What is up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. My name is El Nino, and I am here today to do your psychic world predictions. These are going to be for this specific video is going to be for the rest of 2025 going to 2026, okay? Because these are very specific predictions and these are very intense predictions. And if you guys haven't already heard, there was two recent passings of two celebrities, Malcolm Warner from The Cosby Show and Ozzy Osbourne from Black Sabbath, who passed away yesterday. And there was a passing on Malcolm. I believe it was on Sunday he passed away, but on Monday they announced his passing. Okay, so the energies have been very intense, and I did write down for my next predictions. I was going to talk about celebrity passings, how I was going to see many celebrities coming, you know, passings around celebrities or with celebrities. And I did write down specifically that Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne was going to be one of the people that I saw passing. And then it wasn't until I believe it was on Monday that I had this really gut wrenching feeling, and I looked at my phone. It was July 21st, and I had seen. I just put his name in Google search, and I was like, I just felt something was gonna happen. And I'm like, he's gonna pass away, and I wrote down his name on one of the people that I was seeing, and he passed away literally Tuesday. So it was very sudden, very sad, but um, yeah, we're gonna just say condolences to Malcolm Warner, who also was tragic, passing through, I think, a tidal wave in Costa Rica. So it was basically a drowning and very sad situation. So I want to say condolences to those people. And yeah, we'll just say rest in peace and send our prayers to the families. And yeah, so today's video, I'm going to talk more about celebrity incidences I see happening. And if you guys are new to my channel, be sure to comment down below where you're from, like the video, subscribe to the channel, say hey. Also, if you guys want me to do any other predictions, just let me know. I do have some that I'm going to be doing next from some subscribers, so I got y'all. But yeah, let's get started with the first predictions, which will be a little bit intense, but yeah, I'll probably also timestamp this video so you guys don't have to. If you guys don't want to see this part, y'all don't have to. But yeah, okay. So we're gonna go into the first predictions of these are mostly celebrities and people around celebrities, so like families that I see these situations happening. So these could be passings, accidents, um, but I was picking up a lot of like transitioning energies. Okay, so one thing I did notice first before I go into the names, the list, I do see that a lot of these people may either be from these certain states or pass away in these certain states, or there's a connection to these states. Now, the states I saw was New York City, well, New York State, but mainly New York City, um, Georgia, Colorado, California, Michigan, the United Kingdom, parts of France, and also see South America as well. Okay, I didn't write South America down, but I just got that in my head right now. So maybe these could be South American artists or people that could be traveling to those specific places, or there's a connection to South America. All right, but I got New York, Georgia, California, Colorado, and Michigan. Now, I do feel like there's going to be more rock stars passing away. So continuation of rock stars from the 70s up until the 2000s. I was even picking up a specific energy of the Beatles. So I see that one of the Beatles members is going to be passing. Okay, it could be this year, could be into 2026. I see a passing of Elton John. I see a passing around Charlie Sheen, which is interesting. There could also be something coming out. See how my throat kind of, there could be a passing around Charlie Sheen and something connected to also potentially maybe some scandal could be coming out about Charlie Sheen in the future, like something coming out again about him, maybe an allegation. And I see around the Corey Haim, Corey Feldman. I see there's like going to be something around him as well. Okay. Again, now these could even be passings around these celebrities. It doesn't have to be directly these people. I want to say that, but I was getting this energy. We're also going to see a lot of Disney stars passing and incidences and accidents with Disney stars. Okay. And I feel like there's going to even be a connection to Disney star parents. So parents of Disney stars. Okay. Now, who I was getting strongly was there was a connection to Miley Cyrus. Okay, so there might be a passing, some type of tragedy accident in her family or immediate family. I don't think it's her passing, but I do see that there's going to be something connected to a male passing in her family. Okay, so it could be a father, it could be a brother, a grandpa. But I see a passing. All right. Also, do see we're going to hear about a passing of Orlando Brown. Okay. I was also getting a strong connection to Britney Spears. And I know Britney Spears used to like go on Disney Channel. I think she was a Disney cadet, right? Back in the 90s. I see there's going to be some passing around her. I don't think it's her, but it could be their father figure or an ex, like an ex-husband, ex-boyfriend. There's a connection to a passing. Also do see the Kardashians. There's going to be a passing in the Kardashian family. We're going to see Jerry Seinfeld. I see a passing or a co-star from the show. I see Dave Chappelle, a comedian. So I put a comedian. I see we're also going to see something around Johnny Depp, or again, Johnny Depp or around Johnny Depp, like some type of passing. Ice Cube. This one came very clear, so I don't know why I was seeing this strongly. I was seeing in my vision like Ice Cube passes away. Now this one felt like a direct, like this was him. I didn't think this was anyone else around him, and I hope I'm wrong. But when I was picking up the energy on Monday, and I didn't even know his age, right? But what came to me was I saw like his age, 56. Okay. And when I looked him up, I'm like, oh, he's 56, and I didn't know his age. So I don't know if this could happen this year, or this. They was just telling me that this was just, that was just seeing right now his current stage, right? Doesn't mean he's gonna pass away at the age of 56, but I was getting a strong connection to that. All right, his age just came out. I do see we're gonna also see something connected to the Kardashians as well. Like I said, we're going to see a U.S. ex-president passing. And I said this before around like Joe Biden, Bill Clinton, and it's going to be very sudden. And I did a predictions on when I saw Joe Biden passing. I don't think I've done a timeline prediction on Bill Clinton, but I did say that there's going to be a sudden passing, or this could be around him. So who's connected to Bill Clinton? It could be his wife, right? Could be even someone around Joe Biden, but I do feel a strong passing around those energies, okay? We're also going to see other artists like Snoop Dogg passing around Snoop Dogg. Then I see around Eminem, okay? Again, these are just predictions, so there was just three other ones that came to me right now. I'm sorry. I was getting an energy around Ramon Ayala, the Mexican artist. See something around Cher, so death either to Cher or around Cher, the singer. And I see something about Nicolas Cage, okay? And then I also do see we're going to get some news about Gene Simmons and around a wrestler, a famous wrestler. This could be Mike Tyson. I'm seeing something around Hulk Hogan or Hulk Hogan's family. We're going to see a passing, okay, or some type of incident. All right. So I just wanted to get these messages out there. I don't really like doing these. Like, these feel very heavy, but I wanted to put this out there just so it's already out there. And also it could, help certain people, to prevent certain things. That's all that, that's what I care about. So anyways, we're going to leave it at that. We're going to get started with the other predictions that I see coming up. These ones are more near future predictions, okay? Also, guys, be sure to watch my other videos. I have done many predictions. Some of these predictions I talk about in my other videos. And if you guys want to get more insight, go watch my other all like 6, 7 videos already. You guys don't got to watch all of them. Watch the last two. Watch the last two. I feel like it'll align with what's going on currently, okay? So when I was getting the predictions, I was getting a very similar energy. I was getting that, we're going to just continue to see a lot more earthquakes, more floodings, and we're going to continue to see volcano eruptions and re-eruptions of volcanoes. All right. Just like I stated last time, I think in my other video, I didn't already, I still see there's going to be a re-eruption of a volcano happening in Indonesia, and we're going to see it right in Japan, as well as a big earthquake coming up that is also going to issue a tsunami/tsunami warning, okay, in Asia. And I also do see, I didn't say Alaska, did I say Alaska? Alaska, we're going to see an earthquake and a volcano activities, and we're going to see one volcano in Mexico be active, as well as is there like volcanoes around Russia? I just got Russia right now in my head. If it's not a volcano, it's some type of activity. So but I'm getting a volcano like energy, like some type of an eruption from a mountain. So if it's not Russia, it could be near Russia, but Russia came out to me. All right. Again, just like I predicted last time, Russia was going to have the earthquake and happen, like that 7.4 issued in Hawaii, that tsunami warning. And of course, Hawaii, we're going to see earthquakes around Hawaii. We're going to also see another. This one was kind of a very interesting visual because I was in the ocean and it was dark, pitch black. And I saw all of a sudden, I was seeing these heavy waves coming. And it was like a shaking. And it was dark. And I don't know where I was. Maybe I was in Asia. Maybe I was in the Pacific Ocean. But I did see that specifically. So I do feel like there could be like another earthquake striking near Hawaii. So Hawaii may also have another tsunami warning/alert or tsunami waves coming towards Hawaii. Also do see shakings in California, Los Angeles, the coast of California. We're going to see an earthquake coming up, hitting Los Angeles, Southern California. Also specifically around San Diego and the borders of Mexico. Okay. We're going to hear about a plane crash in New Zealand and in Australia. Okay, we're going to see something around there. We're also going to see earthquakes around those areas as well. This is the prediction that I had actually mentioned months ago, and this had to do with one of my Area 51 predictions with certain things I saw on fire. And I was getting an energy of some fire coming from the pyramids in Egypt, either inside of the pyramid, maybe due to some type of underground tunnel, explosion or something catching on fire. But I was seeing again like fire around the pyramids. I was seeing smoke and vision, and I was seeing headlines like fire in the pyramids or near the pyramids of Egypt. Okay. What also came out to me is we're going to see also like a another fire around New Orleans, and you know what stood out to me was the Delphine Lalaurie Mansion, which is allegedly haunted. We're going to see like a fire break out either inside the mansion or around the mansion. All right, so we're going to hear about that in New Orleans, United States. Okay. I do see we're also going to see major rescues of children continuing. So that's going to be positive because we're going to see children being rescued. We're going to see down south. I put south, so either south of the United States, which I feel we're going to see a big rescue around the south of the United States, or down south somewhere. South is just what came out to me. All right. We are going to also see a resurrection of payphones in certain cities. So that was very interesting. I just saw somebody using a payphone. Could be a modernized payphone, but I saw payphones being brought back in certain cities, metropolitan cities in the United States. We're also going to hear about a F5 or F6 tornado striking the United States, so pretty big tornado. We're also going to hear news about a grave robbing incident or a cemetery defamation of a cemetery or a tombstone, a famous tombstone. But we're going to see about a grave robbery, like of somebody digging up graves. Okay. We're also going to see some type of people that are going to be trapped in some type of trailer in the United States. Either a trailer or a big van or a car. But I'm getting around like a trailer. This could be immigrants or people that are kidnapped. We're going to see a rescue of this happening. So more people being trapped. We're going to see that coming up, like construction workers under tunnels being stuck. We're going to see miners. We're going to see a lot of that coming up around the world. And we're going to see even like subways, people being rescued off of subways underground in the United States due to power outages, due to electrical issues. We're going to see that. And you know what? The other day, I went to go see a friend in downtown LA. And I actually, not to get too personal, but I was riding the Metro Red Line, Los Angeles, that goes from North Hollywood to downtown Los Angeles. And when I was on the train, I just had a heavy feeling that specific, when I went there, I just had this very heavy feeling. And when I came back from my time, I had a great time with my friend. I had this really heavy feeling that something is going to happen on a train. Hopefully it's not that specific train. It could, hopefully it's not, it could be. But I was getting something happening around a train, like some type of hijacking, possibly an explosion, or something to do with fire. And I was seeing, or a power outage. I was seeing like a train getting, but then I saw like a sinister person connected to this as well. So we might hear about something about that coming out in the news about subways, trains having issues coming up. But we also are in a retrograde too, so we have to take that into account. But I just got a very, very eerie feeling about that. Okay. I also do see we're going to see Mexico City hitting the news. And what I was getting, that there was going to be an earthquake striking Mexico City, as well as we're going to see heavy floods and we're going to see water. Because I know Mexico City is like built under above a lake, kind of like New Orleans. But I was seeing like water rising or streets getting flooded or water rising from the lake. We're going to see like a rise in the water. This could be due to an earthquake catastrophe or just simple floodings. And then I do see we're going to hear about a category 4 to 5 hurricane striking Mexico. Okay. And around the Gulf of Mexico and even parts of like Florida, Texas. That could be coming up in August, though. It may not be coming up right now. Also, do see that we're going to see, I didn't mention before, we're going to see volcano activities around Mexico and in Central America. So, like Guatemala, El Salvador, and this is also going to cause earthquakes around those areas. So, we're going to see that happening again. And I get a strong energy that we're going to see one of the Guatemalan volcanoes erupt again or be active again as well. And I see that we're going to see another surge of Greece around the Santorini Islands. We're going to see possibly other evacuations coming up due to earthquakes. And then we're going to see potentially volcano activities like smoke coming from a volcano near that area or around the area. And also, Italy stood out to me again. So, we're going to see another volcano eruption around Italy. All right. And somebody did ask me about Yellowstone. I wanted to talk about that also. People were asking me, do I see Yellowstone erupting? And I don't see that happening anytime soon. Now, there's going to be continuations of, activities with the volcano being active, but I don't see that there's going to be like the full blown eruption, not for a while. So I don't think anyone has anything to worry about. I know people are like worried because we saw animals, migrating, which I did say that in my other predictions we're going to see that coming up. So there's definitely some activities, but I don't see a major blast coming up in the near future. So yeah. Now this prediction is was kind of eerie, and I was getting a thing of snakes on a plane. That phrase, we might see snakes on a plane, like animals inside of planes that shouldn't be there. And I was also getting a visual of we're going to see some type of incident with a plane. I saw animals, and I'm like, I don't know if this was like in a zoo, like a plane colliding around a zoo or near a zoo or a national park where there's animals. But I was seeing animals, and then I'm like, could there even be animals on this plane or this whatever this is? Hopefully not, but I was seeing something about that. And then we're also going to see an animal rescue. This could be connected to this situation, or we might see another situation, animals being rescued, which will be nice. But this prediction, I didn't really like what I saw because I'm like, ooh, it's like, were you saying that it's going to be around a zoo or colliding in a zoo? Or was it connecting to animals in on a plane, like being transported? It was some connection to that. And I was seeing a plane. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. I keep getting that vision. We might even see like a truck with called like horses, animals, and we might hear about like them getting stuck or being rescued. Something about a rescue of animals, either a horse ranch, or these horses or cows could be inside of a truck, and it could be like maybe very hot weather. The weather might be not nice, and we're gonna see like these horses being rescued. Hmm. We're also going to see a rescue in a catacombs. We're going to see tourists or people wander off in catacombs. This guy's venturing off, and we're going to see them getting lost. And we're going to hear about a rescue. Two last predictions I was getting is that we're going to also hear about a dam breakage levee in the United States. So we're going to see water breaking from a dam. This could be around the southern part of the United States. My last prediction, this was kind of an eerie one. I was getting we're going to hear about another state that we're going to start to see bodies being found. So this could be like a serial killer going from state to state. And I was being drawn to like around the West Coast. So going towards west of the United States. And if this is in a side of a state, the direction that this person is going is west. So west of the town, west of the state. But I was being drawn to the West Coast, so we might hear about some bodies appearing around the states and around the West Coast. So California, Nevada, Texas. We're going to see something, Colorado, around going towards the west, Washington State, Oregon. We're going to see those incidences happening. And I also just got another visual of we're going to see like a whole body found inside a casino, hotel slash casino, body or bodies in a casino found in or around a casino. This could be in California or in Las Vegas. That's going to make headline news. Okay. You know who also came to my mind again was President Trump. And I just came to my mind again his I'll talk about it in my other video, but I talked about him before. But I'll mention again something about his family and his son Barron. I see that there's going to be some type of. He just has to be careful. Barron has to be careful. I see some target, someone that could be after him, or someone that will make threats towards him. Okay. Yeah. That's what I see. We might even hear about a scandal too around Barron. But yeah. So that's what I got for these predictions, y'all. I wanted to get these out to definitely move forward with this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.